Good afternoon. Cool, I'm live. I'm trying out this whole YouTube live thing, but I'm recording it private. So if I screw it up, I can delete it. Anyway, I wanted to come on. I'm out walking. It's like 60 degrees out here, southeast Colorado on January 10th. It's amazing. And I wanted to talk about something, and you notice the title is Patience. Patience is an illusion. Her group on Facebook is called Life Purpose Pathfinders. Seek her out because the group is wonderful and just a safe space to share our experiences on this journey. And she posts wonderful videos. She's a hand analysis expert and just does these amazing videos. Anyway, she did a program on her page called 21 Days of Insights. And we were allowed to just post anytime we had kind of an aha moment or an insight that we wanted to share. And one of the ones that I shared that had just come to me, I'm really smart, but I didn't come up with this on my own, was that patience doesn't really exist. And what I wrote as an insight in the group is that patience is just the ability to distract yourself with hope and faith. And I went, that's actually pretty good. And so I wanted to expound on that a little bit because I feel like we have been since birth, a lot of us, especially raised in any kind of a dogmatic religion, a lot of us have been shamed from a young age for not having this so-called virtue of patience. And I'm here to tell you it doesn't exist. It's an illusion. And I'll tell you why I think that. When you think about it, have you ever actually achieved patience? What is it even? It's not even a thing. When you think about it, all you've done is distracted yourself, shifted your focus to think about something else during this waiting period for something to come, whether good or bad. Hopefully, in the meantime, having the hope and the faith. Hope I don't necessarily buy into a whole lot. I think that's a kind of a trap as well. But it's really what we're doing is just refocusing on something else or shifting our focus onto something else. And so you're not thinking about that thing that you just can't wait to hear or you're dreading to get here, right? Either way, it doesn't matter. And so I felt like I needed to put this out there for somebody. Somebody needs to hear this today. If you've ever been made to feel like there's something wrong with you because you don't have patience, because you can't just be patient, I'm here to tell you that you were being made to try to grasp at nothing. It doesn't. There's nothing there to grab onto. Um, and I would love people to stop using that phrase, patience is a virtue, because it's a lie. It's an absolute lie. Um, what the hell does that even mean? Patience is a virtue. Being virtuous, I don't like that term at all. Because women, we've been expected to be virtuous our whole existence. What does that even mean? It's ridiculous. What comes to my mind is by virtuous, women should be virtuous. You know what that means? Pretty much, um, no sex ever. And wow, I'm drawing a blank on the word. Virgin. Oh my God. Wow. It's been a while since I was one. Um, being a virgin till you die. Tying those legs closed. I confess, it's out in the open now. I've had sex. I have 4 kids. I had sex 4 times, I promise, because I'm virtuous. Anyway, patience is not a virtue. It's not a thing. It's not a quantifiable, tangible thing at all. And so please, and it hurts me a little, and this is my parenting 101 tip for you for the day. stop expecting children to be able to acquire this imaginary virtue of patience, because adults can't even do it. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, and then you just end up punishing them for something they can't attain in the first place. So you're putting these unrealistic expectations onto them, and then punishing them for not succeeding. And we get enough of that crap as adults. So stop putting that on your kids, especially little ones. Oh, well, I'm going to teach them how to be patient. You can't teach that. You can't teach something that doesn't exist. Patience just doesn't even exist in any realm, in any shape or form. And if it did, if you tried to, like me, you tried to make it into something, it's falling away now with this matrix. The matrix, the machine has been turned off, guys. The machine has been turned off. And if you feel a little bit like you're having to learn how to walk and talk again, it's because you are. Imagine, the movie. Oh, I hope this isn't affecting. This is like, imagine the Matrix, and everybody suddenly became unplugged and had to figure out what the hell to do next. That's what has happened. They shut down the machine that has been controlling us and affecting us in every way for generations. I don't want to say. I mean, I personally think thousands of years. And that's, that may be a little too far down the rabbit hole for you. That's fine. It's not what this video is about. Patience is falling away with the rest of the shit that we don't need anymore. All the stuff that's fake, that doesn't even exist. Patience is one of these things. And if you think about it too, it's very odd that it's also the same word for someone who is sick and awaiting care or receiving care at a hospital or clinic, or a patient. Why? Why is it the same word? There's a reason for all of it. I promise you. And I read somewhere, and this resonated with me, and think about this, really think about this. I read somewhere that the entire English language was created to imprison us. It is all spells. It is all verbal, spoken spells. Just like Harry Potter, you guys, we're all magicians. We're all master manifestors. We manifest everything that happens in our lives, good or bad. We have just been made to believe that we don't, and that we're at this something else's mercy. And so, what are you going to manifest when you feel helpless? When you feel under the thumb, always? You're not going to manifest good stuff, that's for sure, because you just can't get there in your mind. And so, we're all wizards, minus the wands. And, even in Harry Potter, it was everything kind of had to be spoken aloud. Well, the English language is like one magic spell after another, but all to keep us from realizing that the magic is part of us. We don't need a wand. We don't need a tool. And I just did a video on that, on how we don't need the tools to tap into our magic, to create our lives. We don't need stones and essential oils, and we don't need it. But they're beautiful, beautiful, fun and very nice smelling things that can help us in this transition. And the transition's going to be a while. It's not like tomorrow we're going to wake up and we're going to be, all floating around and manifesting everything we want in an instant. There has to be a transition period. And my friend Kira King, check her out on YouTube. I believe her channel is called Kira K. King, Kierra. She talks about how it's going to be about a 2-year process. And she says, I love this too. She says, we're basically healing the 3D hangover. We've been drunk on 3D, on this machine, this matrix, literally controlling us, controlling nearly our every move and making us think we have no control. And now that we're waking up from that binge, we have to heal the hangover. And it's going to suck sometimes. But we are being pushed and pulled and helped and assisted and loved and held, and you just don't even know. Everything in the universe, well, nearly everything in the universe, everything love and light in the universe is pulling for us and supporting us in some way. So we got this. It's just not going to be super fun every minute. But as long as we know we're in it together, it makes it a lot easier and we're going to get through it. But I just wanted to make sure that people stop beating yourself up over things that you think you're supposed to be doing, or feeling that you're doing something wrong because you're not patient. I've never been patient in my life. All I've ever been able to do is focus on something else during the waiting period. Hey, puppy. Um, and 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 make the time appear or feel to move faster. And they say it actually does, because time is so fluid. Time is an illusion. We created it with our collective consciousness. We created this linear time existence. And so we literally can speed it up and slow it down. So anyway, I always get off track, don't I? This video is about patience and how patience is not a thing. So stop beating yourself up about not having it, because it's like being, that's exactly what I just said. I know I couldn't think of a good metaphor. Sorry. You're not patient because it's not a thing. It's a lie. It's an illusion. Part of the truth. So, in fact, we're doing so much right now, more right than ever before. It's all uphill. It's an uphill climb, but it's all uphill from here in a good way. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it when we get to the summit. And I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I'm not slowing down. I'll reach out and pull you with me, but you got to do. This microphone goes ballistic. So patience, not a virtue. Stop trying to be virtuous. It's not even a goal. Switch the word. Switch the word. I don't like the word virtuous. It's antiquated. It's old paradigm. We need to ditch it now, along with the concept of patience. And don't expect your kids to be patient ever. If they're having to wait for something and they're driving you insane, then it's your job as parents, especially if they're little kids, right? Again, this is my parenting 101. It is called parenting through ascension. It is your job to give them something to shift their focus to, so that they don't drive you nuts and themselves nuts and literally slow time down while they're waiting for this thing to happen, whatever it is. Okay, so don't shame yourself, don't shame your kids, don't shame anybody else, and please, for God's sake, for the love of the cosmos and all that is love and light, stop using the phrase patience is a virtue, because it just pisses me off. It triggers me, I admit it, because I'm releasing this, because I have been made to feel my whole life that there was something very wrong with me because I could never acquire this state of patience, this state of just sitting in a rocking chair on the front porch, not giving a shit until something I really, really want happens. And you know what? Impatience, the converse, let's talk about that for a second. Impatience, when you're impatient, which is kind of my constant state, which I am allowing, because I'm just stoked for everything that's coming, because I can feel it. I can feel how big it is. I can feel how beautiful it is, and I cannot wait. And that's another phrase I've been told. A friend of mine would say, "Don't say that because it's a negative thing to say. I can't wait." Like even saying, "I can't wait to see you again." Well, why would you say that? That's really just programming us to not be patient, right? When we're supposed to be. So it's a vicious cycle. It's a ridiculous dichotomy that they can't exist together. But anyway, impatience, if you think about it, all impatience is, besides my natural state, is resistance to allowing whatever you're waiting for to come quicker. Okay, so we have the ability to manifest in an instant. We absolutely have that ability. Am I there yet? No. And of course, by saying no, it's resistance, right? But I'm getting there, I'm releasing, and I am I am moving forward on my path. That's all I can focus on right now, because I'm not there yet. Like um, I want to be financially free. I want to be financially abundant. I want to be abundant in every way, but money is weighing heavy right now. And I think it's in the collective energy too. And patience. I can't be patient about all this stuff. So I am impatient, which I think is more, not so much the opposite of patient, since patient isn't a thing, but more our natural state because we're always looking to the next moment. And so, when we learn to live in the moment, which who can really do that all the time? Nobody I know. But when we learn to live in the moment, that's not patience. That's upliftment, that's contentment, that's true connection to the divine. That's knowing. That's a knowing that everything you've ever wanted is yours at the snap of your fingers, or a thought, and it's yours. And that's where we're heading, and I can't wait. See, I can't even do it. I can't even get out of it. And so it's going to be a big process to shed all these belief systems. Thinking that we're supposed to be patient, being one of them. So just know that you're not doing anything wrong. That I've come. I can't even tell you how far I've come in the last 6 years. Has been quite the journey, and I many times did not want to continue, but here I am, and I am still very impatient. I just want, I just want to get there. I just want to get to this beautiful place, and we forget that we're already there. So stop beating yourself up. You're doing great. And I'm super proud of you, and I'm super proud of myself. And we're doing it. We're doing it together. So hang on, hold my hand, because we're doing this. We're doing this. There's no going back now. Sorry, I'm walking backwards because the breeze was. Okay. I am going to head home and get on with my day and distract myself by shifting my focus to things that need to get done, which is fine. The logistics of life. Things need to be cleaned and cooked and that kind of thing, and that's okay. That's good. In an effort to distract myself with a knowing. I don't necessarily love the term hope either, but that's another video. With belief, faith, belief in a knowing. Okay. Oh my goodness. Like it kept. And it paused and then it kept. Okay. The timer went off and then it went away from the video. Oh, technology. I have no patience. So yeah, it's going to be a process getting rid of that term. But anyway, that's my nugget today. If you haven't subscribed, like, share, comment. I love comments. I try to respond to all of them, especially if there's a question, I will answer it. And to remember that I have a Facebook page as well, Parenting Through Ascension, where I will post a lot of times. I share other people's wisdom because I believe in this collective. I believe in the tribal concept and the tribal energy, and I try to support all of my soul brothers and sisters who are on this journey and sharing their wisdom as well. And so I'll share a lot of other people's stuff, and I'll also link my videos when I put them up. So I love you all. I will see you next time. Bye. I don't know how to stop.